Welcome into Players Club live from John's Grille. We have Ani and Sara with us here, and Maggie and Courtney, as always, here hosting. So we've got a great show today. Let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, why did you guys choose TCU?
Well, in my case, since I am from Spain, I chose it because I was looking for an opportunity to do sports and college together, and we don't really have that in Spain. And TCU was just the best opportunity of all.
And for me, I've been a swimmer and runner my whole life. And so I wanted to continue doing both of those in college and not have to give one of them up. And so doing triathlon at TCU was just the best opportunity. And just once I visited here, I fell in love with it. And it's just been amazing ever since.
Like you just said, you don't have sports and college or school in Spain. So what did you do throughout high school?
In Spain, it's that if you want to do both, like study and sports, that's your personal thing. It's not something that is related to school or college. So also in the classes, like the professors don't know who does sport and who doesn't. So you have to figure your schedule out. Yeah. It's a little bit harder.
Yeah. Did you start in high school? When did you come here, first of all? Let's start there.
Oh, I came here the first time in January because it's like my second semester here.
Oh, wow.
And I started triathlon, I don't even remember when I wasn't doing it. I think since I'm like 4 or 5.
When did you start?
I actually started like when I came to TCU.
Oh, wow.
So like I said, like I was a swimmer and runner my whole life, but I had never done triathlons. Like I did a few when I was a kid just for fun. And like I won them, but it was just like when I was like 8 years old. Like it doesn't count. And so then when I came here and Coach Jenny was like, you know, all you have to do is pick up the biking. Like, you can do it. And so I came here after she talked to me about it, and it just, I love Tri so far.
Did you come here then as a swimmer or a runner, or
no?
What was that?
I came here for triathlon.
Okay.
So I kind of started training the bike the summer before, but then the first year here we redshirted. So that was really nice for me because I got to train with the team and really just like pick up the sport of triathlon.
What has that transition been like for you coming from Spain and then you coming from Florida? I know it's a little bit closer, but what has that kind of been like coming to Fort Worth?
It has been a challenge.
Is it different?
It is different in many ways. It's not better or worse, it's just different, and you have to get used to it. It's all a different culture with different people that have different backgrounds, and at the beginning it was a little bit challenging. Yeah. But I'm really happy. I like it a lot here. TCU is amazing. The campus is amazing. And just the people are so welcoming. I really like it here.
Yeah, and obviously I'm from Florida, which is a little closer than Spain. But I don't know. I'd say the difference here is just like the weather. Like it's so hot all the time. And like where I'm from, it's humid, which is like it's also super hot. But it's just like the weather will just get you every single time.
Does that make it harder at all doing a triathlon, the weather component?
For me, I think so, because like you have to do, you know, a swim, a bike, and a run, and when the sun's just beating down on you, and it's just like, even for our training, like, you know, it's gonna be hot, but I think it helps us in the end.
Do you think it's harder as well?
The temperature, you mean?
Yeah.
For me, it's not really harder than in Spain. From where I am, I live like by the coast, so it's really humid, and I know they say Texas is humid. It's like from where I am, it's so much worse. So it's like not as hot, but you sweat so much more working out. It's hard. So I think it's fine here how we do it.
It's like the dry heat that gets you every time.
Yeah. How do you guys juggle? Obviously now the nice thing about TCU is they do know that you are an athlete and they know that you have an intensive schedule rather than in Spain. So how do you guys kind of juggle that with, you know, professors and schoolwork as well?
I have to say here, all the professors are very like open for when you like go to them like, hey, this weekend we just have traveling or hard workouts and I couldn't finish it. Usually they're very like understanding and everything. But still, like for my major, I'm doing the pre-interior design. I mean, I'm not still in the major. I'm in the pre-major, so I still have to get in. But it's like a major with a lot of drawing. So it's not like you have to like study a lot, but you have to draw a lot, and that takes a lot of time. And with triathlon, it's been hard, but I really like it though.
So you said interior design.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with that?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
I know there's also like an architectural lightning here minor. I was thinking of maybe doing that, and I also have been thinking of maybe doing after the major, doing the masters in architecture.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Are you planning on going back to Spain after you graduate school?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I think here is the job opportunity much better than in Spain. So I think I'll just stay here for a few years and then see what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah.
So we got a little sidetracked. So what about you? How do you kind of juggle everything?
Yeah, so I'm a bio major. So it's a lot of studying, like taking all the Gen Chem classes, physics, bio, it's so much. And honestly, it's just with practices and all the studying, it's honestly just like time management and making sure like we barely are going to have a free second, but like, you know, in between practice, if we have a lift, you know, I'm going to have to get some studying in. So it's definitely a lot of hard work, but it's so worth it in the end.
How long would you guys say a practice lasts? Like, I'm sure you guys don't do a full triathlon at practice every day. So what kind of is going on at practice, and like how long are you guys there, would you say? Walk me through like a day.
So it depends. Swimming is the one we do the most. We do it kind of every day usually. I mean, Saturdays have off day, but then we do swimming all the other days. Running, we do usually like one day we run, the other day we don't.
We like rotate, so it'll be like swim, run one day, swim, bike the next day, and we like rotate it like that.
Yeah, and then we have also strength workouts through the week. Yeah.
And then are you guys like increasing mileage every week, or like is it different every day? Are we going like tempo runs or what?
Yeah, it depends. Every workout is different. That's what I like from triathlon.
Yeah.
It's like so different every
you don't
day.
get bored.
Yeah. And also depends if there's like a race coming up. So for example, the last 2 weeks we had races on the weekend, so the workouts in the week were shorter and easier, not that hard, more specific. And then now we have like three and a half weeks since until the next race. So I guess we will have hard workouts, and then the week before the race we're going to down again a little bit.
Yeah, and go ahead. I was just gonna say, and then like Sundays we'll normally try to do all three. Like we'll do like transition work and then like an open water swim to get like a little more specific.
So obviously the biking part you said was a little bit new to you. Do you guys have a favorite out of all of the three?
Oh yeah, I'd say for me, my favorite is probably the swim or the bike.
Okay.
Just because like the swim's nice because it's just like the first thing, you just get out there. But then the bike is so nice because we do draft legal triathlon. So it's like you're working together in a pack and you're like taking turns pulling, and it's just like, it's a lot of skills, but it's just like, it makes it that much more exciting.
Yeah, for me the same. Also swimming and biking. Biking has always been my favorite one. But recently swimming, I'm enjoying that one really a lot. Just the only thing that I really love from biking is you're doing it usually outside, and that's just the time goes by, you don't even know it. I could like go for hours and I don't feel it. But swimming, you're in the pool all the time, taking turns, so sometimes a little bit more boring, but still, that's my favorite ones. Yeah.
What do you guys like think about during this like long period of time? I did cross country, and I know you guys probably aren't allowed to listen to music while you're running. What do you guys kind of like, what goes on in your head? Because I get bored like on the treadmill. I can't imagine like doing something for that long.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so the nice thing is for long bike rides that we do, we are allowed to have music.
Okay.
So we'll have like speakers like synced up,
that's
jamming,
fun.
which is fun. But runs, if we're doing efforts, I just kind of think about, like my teammates around me, staying with them, pushing each other. And then for swims, I don't know, for me, I don't find the swims boring. Like I feel like the turns, I can just like try to stay motivated each 25, like make each 25 the best it can be kind of thing, and just like take it tiny chunks at a time. Because otherwise it can get like kind of overwhelming all at once.
Yeah. For me, it's like it always depends with who you're working out. If you're with people you like, you enjoy being with them, it's just, it goes with it.
Yeah.
So, Sara, you said you started when you were 4. Who got you into starting triathlons?
Sorry, I think I understand that.
You said you started when you were 4 years old or around then. Who got you into that?
I would say it was my dad. He started doing triathlon. I think he kind of dragged the whole family into it. It was the time my mom, my brother, and me were all like doing triathlon. Then my mom and my brother kind of stopped. That's a shame. I think my brother would have done really good, but and I just kept doing it. I remember my dad. He was not like my second coach, but he was like doing all this traveling for my races. He has just always been there. It's also kind of like a new experience for me being here without him, because triathlon and my dad has always been like one thing together.
Would you say he was your role model back then and now?
Yeah, kind of. My dad has always been a role model, but right now also my brother is a big role model for me. I just, I'm always impressed at how he manages everything. He does soccer though, so he's also like a student athlete.
Is he in college too?
Yeah, he is. He's also he's here in Texas too.
Oh,
yeah, he's in San Antonio though. It was it's a coincidence that we both ended in the same state. But yeah, I just love how he handles life, because I'm kind of more the freaking out person when I don't see that I can't with everything, and he's like always the calm one, like focus, like okay, don't stress out, just look for an answer, what to do, and I'm just not good at that.
Who would you say your role model is?
I would definitely also say like my parents, just, growing up. They worked so hard, also brought me to all my races and all my meets and everything that I had to go to. And then I would also say my sister, she, was a national level gymnast. And then, she went through dental school. Now she's a dentist. Wow. It's just seeing all the hard work she's put in, and she just, the way she carries herself through life, and, the way she treats others, it's just it's definitely, the person I want to be more like.
Do you guys have any athletes that are role models that you look up to?
Yeah, I would say in general, only athlete women, triathletes. I look up to all of them. But if I would have had to say one, I really look up to Georgia Tyler. She's a British triathlete. I really like her, how she is, and how she also, when she posts something on Instagram, how she comments her races and stuff. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just honestly any women who are competing at a high level of sport, even swimming, running. It's just amazing, and I just love seeing how they do and what they're doing.
And what would you kind of say is I don't know how to say. Do you guys have any time for anything else? I know you guys talked about how long the practice is. You're in challenging majors or something that takes forever. Do you guys are you able to do anything else?
I think we try.
We try to, yeah.
Whenever we can. I really enjoy drawing. I mean, it's also kind of related to my major, but still, I've always liked arts and crafts and drawing, and so I kind of try to do it still in my free time. But I also have to say, when I have free time, my Spanish family and friends, they want to call me, and I tell them stuff. So it's whenever I have a free moment, I'm calling someone. And yeah, I think that's it. And then, I always try to do something with friends, and maybe trying to do it with friends that are not in the tri team, because we see each other 24/7. So maybe it's nice to do something with other people. So yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, I'd say definitely hanging out with friends, trying to de-stress. When I'm here at school, it's a lot of just go, go, go. But when I'm at home, it's kind of nice, because then I can volunteer at the Humane Society, or walking my dog, and even just rock climbing with my friends. It's just it'll still be active, but it'll just won't be school or specifically try. But yeah, here at school, I think definitely just, I don't know, hanging out with teammates a lot, because we spend a lot of time together, but we just we're a family. We know each other so well that they're the people I want to be around. So,
have either of your parents been able to come watch a race?
Not here.
Not here.
Not here.
No,
Mine, not yet.
They will. They will soon, hopefully.
Okay, switching it up a little bit, more fun question time. If you guys could describe yourself as an animal, what animal would it be?
Ooh. Oh, man.
What was the one I described you? The one I chose for you?
She thinks I'm a weasel, but that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. I don't know where she came up with that.
What do you think a weasel?
I just think it suits to her. I used to have a WhatsApp, all of my friends, I have them with one animal. Yeah. And I don't know, the weasel just fits to her.
She's just
hopefully
a weasel.
There's some positive qualities to that.
I don't know. Don't look at a specific explanation, because there isn't. Which one would you give to me?
I don't know. I've been trying. I would say
not the giraffe. It's not that one.
I would say a beagle, a dog, but I feel like a beagle. But I feel like that's. I mean, I got weasel, so I feel like I should give you like, I don't know, like a swordfish or something. I don't know.
Why would you say a beagle?
I feel like it's like the vibe she gives off. Like Sarah's
Okay.
like, you know, friendly, outgoing, and it's just like I feel like beagles are like that, you know,
Yeah.
friends with everyone around them.
I like that.
If you could give yourself an animal, what animal would that be?
Oh man, I think I would go with. I mean, ever since growing up, like I've loved dolphins, and I think I would kind of go with that, just because I feel like I'm a pretty loyal person, and you know, love swimming for forever. And I don't know, I feel like that's what I'd go
That's a
for.
good
I
one.
feel like it's better than weasel too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just a little bit.
I don't give off those vibes.
I mean, if I had to pick one, I think I would get with the horse, just because I've been horse riding also like since I started with 6, and since before I came here to see you, I was still doing it. Not as much as when I was a kid, but still, like whenever I could, I went. So I think I just get along with the horses really good. So maybe I could be a horse.
Wait, I'm trying to think. Did you also? I'm trying to think of the one she gave me because she told it to me in Spanish. Was it mongoose? Like it was like a small little. Like, it was like very like feisty.
Yeah.
Like, very mean.
Oh.
Like we still like a mongoose.
Mongoose? That's
They're
not.
like smaller, right? But they're like kind of aggressive. Like
a bird?
No,
it's like
a weasel.
Like a small possum-y
Right,
type
like
thing, I
possum, like-
think.
like,
Yeah, maybe it's that. It's
But
they're like.
maybe it's a
one-
possum.
maybe it's a possum.
Have you seen,
She's a skunk.
like the Guardians of the Galaxy, the new
A
one?
raccoon.
A raccoon.
Oh, that's what you meant?
No, not the raccoon. The other one. So the friend that
Oh, the girlfriend that's like blonde?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's a-
No. Like,
I don't know.
I know
like
what you're
the last movie. It's like about the raccoon, like
Yeah.
the story how
Yeah.
how he got like the friend he had.
But the girl, that
Yeah.
little girl.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna look it up after our next
That
break,
animal.
and then
And
we
then
will
maybe- is it
figure it
better
out.
than, like-
I think it's better.
Okay.
Well, in the movie,
No,
she's
she's
sweet.
sweet.
So
yeah,
very sweet
but like
girl.
in real life they're aggressive, but not like that you were aggressive. Like it's just okay. You look like that.
That's so mean.
But it's a nice animal. It's like beautiful. I like it. Beautiful.
Thank you. I'll go with that.
It's a cute animal. Yeah.
I'm scared to ask this next one, but if you could pick a superpower, what would you pick?
Okay. That's a difficult one.
Yeah.
There's so many so cool superpowers.
I know.
I would. Okay, I have two. I think that I would
Okay.
go for. One is talking to animals because I
Yeah.
feel like that opens up so many horizons.
you could
Like,
talk to your
I
mongoose
could
family.
talk to my mongoose
Yes.
friends. But like, I just feel like even like a squirrel on the side of the road, I could be like, "Hey, like, how's your day going?" It would be
Yeah.
like, narrowly
Do you
dodged
need
the car
help?
just now. Like,
Would you
I
like
don't
to be
know.
picked up?
Right? Like, do you need an acorn? I don't know. Like,
The squirrel would just be like running all the the tree, like, hey, leave me alone, like don't talk
But, like,
to
I
me.
think that would just be cool. Like, I could just like talk to I don't know, like almost anything, really.
Yeah. Snow White vibes. Okay.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, I think that is actually the best superpower you can have because all the others, I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to like read the minds of other people, but I don't really
Now I
think
don't
I
want to.
want to
I
know
don't wanna
that.
do that.
Like,
Definitely
yeah,
not.
like
I'd be
keep your
scared.
thoughts for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
I'm good.
My other one is like flying. I feel like that would be so
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
we-
You just
we,
take the best ones.
we swim and we run, so we've got land and water covered. Now all we need is air. And
Yeah.
flying would, that'd
Yeah,
be so
right.
helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I also feel like that would be good.
Okay.
And then I can talk to the birds while I'm up in the sky.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Full circle. And then if you could pick someone on the team to be your sidekick, who would you pick and what would you give them as their superpower?
What do you mean with sidekick? Like
So
Like
like
your secondhand man.
like
the-
Batman and Robin.
oh, okay. So you mean the superpower I would get to my
Your friend, yeah. You're gonna fight crime together. Who are you
Okay.
picking? What are you giving them?
Okay, I mean, if you're fighting for someone, I think I wouldn't do the animal talking though, because
Okay.
that's not gonna help me.
So you get animal talking. You have to pick someone on the team to be your sidekick and
but,
give
like,
them a
see,
power.
If we were like, so I wouldn't do the animal.
If
then.
she's like saving the city,
Yeah.
she doesn't just want to be
Yeah.
on
But you
top
could,
of
know.
you could like wrangle up a whole group of
Right.
animals to help you,
Right.
and you
That's
could have a
valid.
whole bunch
Why
of
am I not that
sidekicks.
creative.
Okay, we got this down.
Yeah.
Or maybe I could like influence the nature, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Make the trees
Like
move and
wind,
stuff. That'd be so-
rain.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there
I
you
would,
go.
I would have that. Yeah. Okay.
Mother Nature.
And then my friend would be. Oh, sorry. Okay. My friend would be. I don't. This is so difficult.
so
Do
hard.
you have a good one?
Oh man, like I don't know if I would trust any of our teammates to fight crime with us.
Maybe you could be like the nature person, then you can be the animal talker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whisperers.
Yeah.
Right. That would be good.
would be
Okay, so
good.
we would sidekick you guys. too.
Yeah, I'm
sure
sure.
you're
Yeah,
right.
we got
Yeah.
that down.
So who's gonna be the main one and who's the sidekick?
Wait, we gotta redo that. Okay, there we go.
Cut that out, please. Cut.
Who would be the main one and who would be the sidekick? Who's gonna lead us?
Ooh.
I will be the leader.
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of leader here. The mongoose.
Okay, so at the end, we would like not fight anything, like just fight in between of us.
Argue with each other. Yeah. She'd have her trees. I'd have my animals.
Yeah, like plants attacking animals.
Like, who's gonna do better when fighting? And just see who would do better.
Such a good team, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Great team.
We're gonna go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking a lot more about their season. Stay tuned.
John's Grille is the newest venture from John Bennell and the Bennell's Restaurant Group. A ranch-to-table concept featuring food, beer, and spirits from around the great state of Texas. Our menu is designed by Chef Sean Alvarez and features 2 chef-inspired burgers, the Fatty and the Flatty, plus a brisket menu perfect for your casual night out. Fast casual service in a fun, relaxed, family-friendly environment, featuring 11 big screen TVs for you to catch the big game on. Our mixology team has created a craft cocktail and beer menu featuring local spirits and brews from across Texas. John's Grille, home of the Players Club show each week, 2905 West Berry Street in Fort Worth, or online at johnsgrill.com.
You know, we wouldn't be able to do the things we were able to do this year without the Flying T Club. So we got to continue to get people involved. It's more important right now than it's ever been.
Flying T is special. It's the best thing that I've encountered in college. It allows us to be able to offset a lot of the costs that our scholarships aren't able to cover. If people like winning, invest in the Flying T Club and NIL.
It's almost a necessity now in the college football world. I mean, you got to kind of invest in the programs, and what you put in is what you get out.
Welcome back into Players Club, live from John's Grill. We've got a couple of the specials of the week here, the Buffalo Blue Burger and the Bacon Wrapped Meatloaf. You got to come this week to get it. Looks so good. We're not going to make them eat it on camera like the guys. It's girl privilege. So we're going to go ahead and get back into it. So in a season, how many meets do you think you guys have? I know you don't have it in front of you, but how many would you say?
On our schedule right now, we have 4. We were supposed to have like 6, and it was 2 in the same weekend, but they were just like, that one got canceled.
2 in the same weekend?
Yeah.
So like back-to-back days?
It's like the normal race on the first day and then like relays the second day. It's like shorter, but like, yeah, it's back-to-back.
How do you do that? Like physically, your body
It's-
must be so drained. How do you?
How long would you
prepare
say it
for
takes
that?
you to recover from a race?
Man, I don't know. I don't really know. It honestly depends, because the next day or something, like at practice, I might be like feeling it, but then like maybe the next day I feel great, you know? It kind
So
of
you practice the
varies.
next day still too?
Normally, yeah, like we can have an off day the next day, or, you know, sometimes it's nice to kind of just like flush your muscles out and get a practice in the very next day. It honestly just depends on the day.
Yeah, for me in Spain, we do that a lot. Like I have many races like that, like weekends where I have even weekends where I race 3 or 4 times, like shorter distances, but still. So you get used to it. At the beginning was hard, but I mean it still is. It will never be easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, your body gets used to it. And also for me, the day after the race, actually I don't like not doing anything.
Okay.
Like for me, it's important to go for an easy run or an easy swim, or like easy bike is actually the best one because of the less impact. But
Yeah.
like the muscle also to recover, they need to like an easy workout
Yeah.
than not doing anything.
Do you do anything the day after for recovery, or do you have any tips or tricks that you normally
Yeah,
do?
I also like doing, you know, an easy swim, an easy bike, even like just like Sarah said, like an easy practice, just to kind of get, you know, your legs moving, your body kind of just working, but like not really putting in a lot of effort, because
Yeah.
that would be brutal.
And then what would you guys say is like kind of the hardest thing about doing this? Would it be like the actual race, or like the practices, the time
No.
management?
I think sometimes psychologically it's hard.
Okay.
You feel like you're not getting better. Like the most of us, we are doing this for years, and it's just hard because you get better and better. And there's a time that getting better it's every time it's harder to get better. So it's like frustrating. For me, for example, it's running is my challenge, and just to get better in that, it's so hard. And sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this? What's the point? But I mean, the point is that I enjoy it and I love it, so that's why I'm still doing it.
Yeah, it's definitely like a huge mental aspect. Because like, any endurance sport, you're going to be putting in the hours, putting in the work, and then you're not going to be seeing it every race. Like some days are going to feel good, some days are going to not feel great, and you just have to kind of keep pushing through it. And just like having to work through that, I'd say, is brutal sometimes, but it's definitely worth it because we love it and it's so much fun.
So we talked a little bit about this last time, about how you move from like swimming one day and then maybe biking the next day. What other strength and conditioning or anything like that do you guys do other than just doing swimming, biking, and running?
Yeah, we lift 2 or 3 times a week, which is definitely super helpful because, we can do like specific, weights and strength stuff that is going to help us perform when you wouldn't be getting that out of practice.
We also have days where we do like skill workouts. For example, actually this morning we did it was a bike workout, but we stopped. We did skills with the bike, like trying to stop on the bike without putting the foot on the floor, or taking cones from the floor without getting out of the bike. And that's things that help you in the race, because in the race sometimes you're racing with in a pack of 20 or 25 girls. It's very tight and we're going very fast and there are turns, so you have to get used to be touching each other and not falling off the bike. So it's stuff like that.
I know some other sports like football and baseball who you've talked to, they're a little bit strict on diet, or they have certain routines for that. Do you guys have any specific plan that you do, or you just try to be cautious about what you eat?
Yeah, I think we don't have a specific meal plan, but we try to eat healthy. But it's also triathlon is a sport where you burn a lot of calories, so you also be focused to get them in again. So it's a little bit, you have to be conscious of what you're eating, eat good, but eat enough that you have the strength for the next workout.
Yeah, pre-race and stuff, we'll have carbs, pasta and stuff, and it's race morning, oatmeal, whatever works for you. But I'd say throughout just training, it's whatever's going to make you feel good, not being too strict on too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Walk us through a day in the life on a race day. So what time are you waking up? When's it starting? After the race, what's going on?
Yeah, so our races are usually very early mornings.
Okay.
So our race will maybe, if it's starting at 8 even, or 7:30, we're up at 4 a.m. Starting to get ready, getting to the race site, eating breakfast beforehand. And we do have to warm up, all 3 things. So then, we usually have breakfast before we get to the place. And then the first we warm up, it's the bike. Then we warm up the run. The swim is the last thing because you're wet and then you're just waiting for the start to do it. I mean, it kind of depends on each person. Me personally, I don't always warm up the run because I feel like my body doesn't need it. But it depends, because for me, the swim is very important. I know that I need to warm up a lot. It's also in the workouts. I usually don't feel as good warming up, and then I need to get a lot of sprints and hard efforts in to feel the water, and then I'm actually able to be fast. So I think it's kind of a little bit personal too. And then, for example, for me, I usually get a gel before the water, 15 to 20 minutes before the race, because it's something liquid that it's not I think it's not gonna annoy my stomach or something. Yeah. And then on the bike, I usually have water, and I also put how do you say it? Electrolytes?
Yeah, electrolytes in it.
Yeah. And then I kind of do the same thing, energy chews right before, electrolytes, Gatorade on the bike. And then post-race, I don't know. I think we honestly just celebrate. The last race we did, van ride back, we were all just hyped up, singing songs, singing at the top of our lungs. I don't know. It just post-race day is just always amazing because it's you're done with, all that hard work. You just put yourself through all that, and then it's just you can kind of just relax for a little bit.
Yeah, Andy was that's our nutritionist. She was kind of running behind. But remember to take the recovery. We're like just like partying.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw, but there was this cross-country runner at Duke who, like, she was running in the rain and her hair got, like, so matted and messed up. She had to, like, get it, like, cut off. You guys are getting wet. You're running and you're biking. What do you, like, how do you style your hair?
A lot of it is like braids.
Okay.
That's what like most people do. Like I always do like 2 race braids because it, keeps it out of the way, but also like my braids will get shorter though. Like it gets tangled in the braids. So that's like kind of hard, but it definitely is like braids are the go-to.
Yeah, I do the braids, but I always have them with the bun together because everything that's moving around my head is going to bother me.
Yeah.
I also work out usually with my hair up. So yeah, and like getting wet and stuff, you don't really feel it. Like you're in the race, it's so much, you're so focused, you forget about the water, and if it's raining, if it's not, like, you know.
Yeah. You're already wet anyway.
Yeah.
So you just mentioned your last race. You guys have had back-to-back wins. Congratulations,
Thank
by
you.
the way. How does it feel starting off so hot early on in the season?
It's honestly amazing so far. We all came in last year, redshirted for a year. So it was kind of hard just for a whole year. You're just going to be training. You're not going to really get to race. We did, some over the summer, but not for the school. So it's just like day in, day out, putting in the work, but not really getting to see the benefits.
Yeah.
And then just starting off this year so strong, 2 races back to back. It's honestly, it's so like, it's like we're already getting, the reward for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's honestly like encouraging to just like keep putting in that work, keep working hard, because now, we have a team to fight for. We, can see all our hard work paying off, and it's just been definitely amazing.
It shows, obviously. You guys have done great, both of you guys.
Yeah. For me, the feeling is amazing. I think it also gave a lot of trust to the whole team because we all came from different coaches. So now you put all the trust in the coaches because they're the ones that are designing the workouts every day. But seeing that the results are coming, it's like, okay, like actually they're doing a good job. Like they're guiding me through this well. So I just let them do whatever I'll just do whatever they tell me to do because it's working out. And I think like we knew we were going to do good because we are a really strong team, but until you don't see it in reality, I think like no one of us expected this result this weekend. Like when I finished the race and then suddenly someone came like, hey, I think we won. I wasn't believing it. Like I wasn't even counting how many girls were in which positions because I don't know, like I wasn't in my mind thinking that we could be possibly doing this.
Yeah, like it was our first real like big race.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like none of us expected it to be that amazing.
Yeah. Exactly.
What would you say is like your personal goal for the season and then your team goal for the season?
As a team goal, winning nationals, of course.
Yeah,
That's and now seeing this weekend, I think we realize that it's possible because we've always heard our coach, like Jenny, she's saying, yeah, we have to win nationals. We were like, yeah, Jenny, yeah, yeah, we'll try. But after this weekend, it's like, okay, no, actually we can. Yeah. We're there, and also. We still have some weeks to like get stronger, so I think we actually can do it. And personal goal, I think I want to get like stronger running, and I think I have a really good group for this because back in Spain, I was in a team. I still am when I'm back in Spain, but we had like really good runners and then runners that went behind me, so I was like kind of in the middle, floating on the workouts. And here I feel like I have a lot of girls that are like similar to me or maybe a little bit stronger, so they like challenge me and push me to do better. So I think I can do it here.
Yeah, definitely going off that, like obviously our main goal is winning nationals, and I think it's obviously going to be hard, and we know that, but like we all have that fire burning, and now like we know we're all working hard towards that goal. And individually, like I said, like I'm new to try, so like every single race I'm just like trying to get better, trying to improve. Like I'm learning from every single race. I can see things I can improve on. But it's also definitely, I do come from a running background, but just like I've been rehabbing and coming back from an injury for a while. So definitely kind of like Sara said, like these girls are amazing and they're there to, push each other and make ourselves better. And so definitely like improving on the run and, everything, little things at a time.
What injury were you struggling with?
I've had like little things on and off the whole time, but the main thing is just like, like shin problems. I had like a little bit of knee, hip stuff. It's just like all, working, getting
All
stronger.
the running stuff.
Yeah, just a bunch of stuff working together.
So kind of going off that, can you guys talk a little bit about your team chemistry? So obviously you're going through this individually, but in the end, it's a team effort. So can you talk a little bit about how you guys maybe do some team bonding, stuff like that? How close are you guys?
Yeah, I think tri as a sport is just really cool because it is individual. Everyone's, trying to do the best individually, but then in the end, you do have a team to fight for. You do have a team to be working even harder for. You're going to work hard for yourself, but then when there's, the girls around you that you've put in the hours like day in and day out with, it's just like makes you fight that much more for what you have. And I know like our team as a whole, we're so close. Like I think it was a very unique thing of us all coming in the same year. And so, growing with the program, growing with each other, working out together, like honestly, like I see the team as my like second family. Like I love spending time with the girls. That's what makes practices that much more fun.
Yeah.
It's just, I know we're going to be there and I know someone's always going to be there when I'm having a hard day or if they're having a hard day to like, pick you up, help you along. And it does make a huge difference.
Yeah, I think, as Ani said, it's kind of an individual sport actually. So in the races, even if you're like getting points, like point as a group, you want to do the best from the team. We all want to. But still, I'm really happy because sometimes I see like, I don't know, like one of the girls like, oh my God, she's got strong running, like she's gonna beat me. But at the first, you get like this negative thought, like, oh my God, she's doing better than me. But then you think, actually have to look at the good side, like, hey, she's going to challenge me and she's going to like help the group, like the team to do better. For me, for example, I just want to say it because I was so happy. Like Ani, she's a really strong, she's like from the best swimmers in the team. And she was struggling a little bit in the first races because like swimming in a triathlon, it's not the same than swimming in a swimming pool. It's just so different. You have to be used to swimming with a lot of people together. And like this weekend, seeing her like coming out of the water in the front, I'm like, there's where you belong. And I was so happy. Even I was behind her, I was watching her like at the bike, and I was like, yeah, she got it. Because like in the last race we were, she came off the water like just behind me. It's like, this is not your place. Like your place is in the front.
No, yeah, and also going off that, like I had a race this summer that I was doing, and Sara is a phenomenal biker. And I was just in the bike pack and I was working hard with these girls and I was like, I wish Sara was here so I could be biking with her and we could be taking turns pulling. And honestly, I think that's, like I said, like we know our stuff, and when we're in the race and we're near each other, like we know how to keep pushing, how to make ourselves just that much better, even just in a race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What would you say is the best piece of advice you've gotten from a coach maybe? Or one of your parents, obviously.
Okay, so I remember once someone told me that you have to like, I know shooting for the start sounds kind of
No, I like
fancy,
that one.
but when you have high expectations, you get somewhere. And like, if you think you're gonna lose, you have already lost. It's like you have to keep being positive and going, even if it's something you think I will never get there. And maybe not. Maybe not. But like in the process of trying to get there, you will get somewhere. So I think that's a good advice.
It's like the shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll still land among the stars.
Yeah. That's it.
I don't know. For me, I feel like day in, day out, we're getting a lot of like inspiration. But for me, it's just like making each day the best you can. Because, not every day is going to feel good, but even if you can only give 70% that day, you have to give 100% of that 70%. Because then if you go in just giving the 50, you're losing that much more. So it's definitely just like giving the best of what you have, even if it's not your best, just each day, every step, every stroke is just giving it your best.
Yeah. And I also just, I remember one other advice I had a few months ago, a little bit of a hard time, because when you do the sports and you're like a kid, you're always looking at, I'm going to be an elite one. I'm going to be in the World Series. I'm going to be in some Olympic Games. And that's really hard. And not always, even if you put the best of your effort, you're going to get there because there's so much more other things that influence it. So you get older and you're like, oh, this is actually getting harder. I don't know if I'm going to get there. And then you're like, why am I doing this? I should just drop triathlon. Like, if I'm not doing an Olympic, if I'm not going to participate in Olympiad, I don't know if I said that right. Is this even making sense? But then I remember one of my coaches said once, like, why are you doing triathlon? Are you doing it because you want to be the best one? Or are you doing it because you actually love this sport? Like, I love working out every day. And, like, I don't care if, like, it's not going to take me as far as I would like to. Like, I still want to do this every day. So, yeah.
Mine's kind of,
stick to it.
I also had a coach that did that. He said, like, I don't care about your time. I don't care about your place, just as long as, you're still having fun with it. And that's, like, it is so important because when we're doing, like, it is a lot of hard work, but it's just like when you're enjoying it and you really do have a passion for it, it makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
I don't think either of you realize how impressive, like, you guys doing this is to me and Courtney. We're sitting here like, we couldn't even just run the distance you guys run, let alone swim and bike. So seriously, even if you feel like, no, I'm not going to the Olympics, why am I doing this? It is so impressive to be able to sit here and, like, listen to you guys talk about how much training you guys have to do. So it's impressive.
Thank you
very
very much.
And you've made it to do it in college. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, I know. Like, people keep saying that to me, but then I think what keeps pushing you in the sports, like, you always want more. Like, when you're a kid, you want to do maybe the best in your region, and then you want to be best in nationals. When you're best nationals, you're not thinking of, oh, I already got the dream I wanted. No, you want to go for more. That's what keeps pushing you, kind of.
Okay, switching a little bit back to TCU as a whole, do you guys go to any other TCU sports, and what's your favorite other sport to support at TCU?
Yeah, we love going to TCU. We go to soccer all the time. Of course, we love, football games, gets us hype all the time. I know we're friends with a lot of, swim, cross country. So I know, like, whenever they have, like, meets close, and when we had a race, they came to support us. So it's definitely just like, we're so close with a lot of the athletes, and just whenever we can, whenever we have, room in the schedule, we love going out and just supporting any other sport.
Yeah. For me, like, this is my first season, like, my first semester with football season. So I still need to get into the football thing. We don't have that in Spain. And my first football game was tough. It was so packed. So many people. I wasn't understanding anything. I wasn't seeing, like, nothing. It was tough. So the next one I go, I really want to, like, understand the rules.
We'll give you a little crash course.
Yeah, please. I need that because I have no idea what's happening over there. That's so bad.
We're really trying to get her into the football. All the internationals on our team, we're trying to get them into football. We're like, come on, this is so fun. Like,
I know.
So hype in the student section. Sarah just always wants to not be there, but it's okay. This game will be good.
No, yeah. Well, no, but the thing is, like all the students, they know the rules, so that I kind of do, like, these things with the arms that I don't understand. So everything is, like, yelling, like, hey, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying and why you're saying it.
You have to be there, and then we'll teach you.
Yeah, no, but not there, because everyone, like, I don't listen to anything.
Like, when I was coming in as a freshman, like, I learned there kind of too. Like, I knew the rules, but, like, riff ram, you got to do it in the moment.
Like, I need, like, images. I need you to draw on the paper, like, okay, so this guy goes here, and then we would do a point, something like that.
Maybe like we can make you a chart with, like, X's and O's that you can bring to the game.
Yeah. That would be good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think you're like a strategist.
Football binder.
Yeah. Please, I want that.
So does it make it any easier that you're friends with other athletes at TCU to be able to compare and, like, talk about your lives, talk about the struggles of balancing school life and sports?
Yeah, I think it definitely is. And, like, especially when we're in the training room, when we're in the weight room, like the pad where we can have dinner, like, it's definitely so nice. It's just, like, seeing the other sports, like, putting in the work. It's kind of like, it's a huge family. Like, we're really all in this together. When we're in the J-Jack, where we're studying, putting in the late hours, it's like, there's a soccer player there also doing that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice because the way, like, our schedules work out, a lot of our classes will be with other athletes. So it's kind of nice to have them there and be like, hey, like, yeah, we have a race. Y'all had a meet. Y'all had a game. And it's like, we're still going to get through it. Like, we can always study together, and just, it is so nice because they are so busy as well.
Yeah, that's true. I really like being with other athletes, and also, like, asking them questions about their sports, and then they ask you. It's really interesting learning about their, like, struggles and strengths. But for me personally, on campus, I have to say, sometimes I feel like I love being with athletes, but I still feel like we do it too much. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes there's, like, a gap between athletes and students. I mean, not always. Like, I have friends that are students, but I would like maybe mixing up a little bit more. I think many students think that being an athlete means, okay, you're, like, one of the athletes to that group. Like, I don't know. That would be nice to like mix up a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
like my 3 roommates this year aren't athletes, and it's so nice. Like when they came out to support us at the race and everything, like it is so nice, mixing in and really like getting time with people who aren't athletes. It's like it is like a little bit of a different world, but like they're still working their way through college. They're still in the classes and everything, so it is nice. They are still going through life in college just like we are.
Yeah, and if they're not doing a sport, some of them are double majoring or working or I don't know, frats or sororities, so it's still,
So what I'm hearing is that we need to get you guys to a tailgate before a football game.
Yeah.
And you need a binder.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the 2 things we're doing Saturday. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was so nice talking to both of you and just giving us a look inside what your training is like and your day-to-day lives. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much.
And that's going to do it for our Players Club show this week.